back in World Superbikes, but you already came back to the paddock at Imola a couple of weeks ago. But this a different prospect, different expectations, I would imagine.
Yeah, no, Imola was really good. You know, running under the Alpha livery was a special weekend. It was a big learning curve. I brought all my guys from the British Championship as a part of my team and everything. So yeah, we didn't get any of the results we wanted in the practices, but the pace wasn't a million miles away for possible 5th place. But yeah, definitely we learned a lot in Imola, and hopefully that'll put us in good stead for for the home race at Donington.
And what are you hoping for this weekend? And obviously you were on the podium here last year.
Yeah, we managed the 2nd place last year, but that was with Jonathan crashing out and Chaz crashing out. So obviously the aim is always to get on the podium. Ideally it'll be a 1, 2, 3 for Kawasaki. That'll be the dream, but we'll wait and see. You know, the competition's super strong. And obviously anything can happen, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and like I say, feeling pretty confident with the Kawasaki right now.
Slightly different regulations this year in World Superbikes, but the level presumably moves forward every year. Did you notice a big difference in Imola compared to last season in terms of level of competition out there?
Yeah, the other manufacturers have definitely closed the gap. Regarding the bike I rode at Imola was the exact same RPM as what I rode last year when I did the wildcard. I think some of the faction teams have had to get reduced. I noticed the Ducati was still very fast on the straights, but yeah, you know, it's definitely a step forward for some of the teams, and hopefully it'll make closer racing on the Sunday.
And we're just chatting to Chris there about the circuit itself. Of course, you know this place really well. You work here regularly with your dad's school and everything else. How much of a change have you seen here over the past 12 months or so?
Yeah, it's really good. You know, obviously the place that we're sitting in right now, you know, the facilities here for the cafe, and also the paddock out there. We do a lot of teaching with the beginner riders, and it's all new tarmac out there, as well as, you know, all the facilities around the area. So yeah, you know, it's really good, and obviously Donington is my local circuit, so it's nice to see that the effort going in there to, you know, that we can benefit from.
You come into this weekend on top of the British Superbike Championship as well, double win at Alton Park last time out. Full of confidence, but also with a new rival in that championship, and he's going to be introduced to the world stage as well this week, and the lads out next year, of course, Bradley Ray. What do you make of his start to this season?
Yeah, really strong. Obviously Donington, he come out with a double win, and I think already last year he was an eye-opener to a lot of us. You know, he rode really strong at the last few rounds of the championship. The Suzuki was a brand new bike last year, so obviously it come on strong towards the end, and they've obviously hit the ground running again this year. So yeah, it's really good to see the young guys coming through, and it'll be a really good experience to, you know, see where they're at compared to obviously the world boys at, you know, obviously at Donington Park as well.
And as I said, on top of the British Superbike Championship now, with such a big gap in the calendar for BSB, this I guess is a good chance for you to keep that momentum going after Alton as well, and keep yourself ticking over to come back fighting for what is really your main objective, isn't it, this year?
Yeah, we've still got a few more weeks for Snetterton. There's been a lot of injuries with a lot of the top riders over the last few weeks in BSB, so yeah, obviously my main focus is Britain, but it's been nice to do the world rounds. Been backwards and forwards a couple of times to Japan for Suzuki 8 hours, so yeah, it's not been no holidays for me, but at the same time I'm riding bikes every day, so you know, no complaints.
Stuff, Leon, we're looking forward to seeing you back out on track this weekend. Thanks very much. Let's talk to the